The world of reality TV is full of surprises, but few were as shocking as the fallout from the land deal involving Audrey and Jeremy Roloff, Matt Roloff, and the farm that the Roloff family has become synonymous with on Little People, Big World, LPBW. The Roloff family's Oregon farm, which has been a central part of the show, has seen its fair share of controversies, particularly with how it was divided among the Roloff children. But none of the controversies were as public or as contentious as the one Audrey Roloff opened up about recently. In an emotional and candid interview, Audrey Roloff, the wife of Jeremy Roloff, revealed some harsh truths about the family's infamous farm deal, calling it super unreasonable, and admitting that it had an overwhelming impact on their family, even going as far as to say that it ruined them. These remarks shocked many fans who had followed the family's journey on TV. But Audrey's words shed light on the personal and financial tensions that have been simmering beneath the surface for years. The backstory, the farm, and the Roloff legacy. To understand Audrey's reaction, it's important to first take a step back and look at the history of the Roloff family farm. The farm, which spans across 34 acres of beautiful land in Helvetia, Oregon, has been the backdrop for most of the Roloff family's public lives. Matt Roloff, the patriarch of the family, has spent years cultivating the land, which features pumpkin patches, corn mazes, and various attractions that bring in thousands of visitors every fall. The farm became a business and a beloved part of the Roloff family's identity. Over time, Matt decided that it was time to start transitioning the farm to his children. But this transition was anything but smooth. Jeremy and his twin brother Zach Roloff were the heirs to the land. But when it came time to divide the farm, tensions began to rise. The younger generation, including Audrey and her brother-in-law, Zach's wife Tori, found themselves caught in the crossfire of a business decision that would change everything. Audrey's candid admission about the deal. Audrey, known for her strong opinions and straightforwardness, did not mince words when discussing the infamous land deal that Matt tried to push through. In an emotional interview, she admitted that the deal had been one of the most difficult things her family had ever experienced. According to Audrey, Matt's terms were super unreasonable, and she felt that the deal was not just about money or land, it was about control. What people don't understand is how much was riding on that farm. It wasn't just a piece of land, it was everything to Matt. But it wasn't just about us getting a good deal. It was about the way it was done, Audrey said. It was something that completely fractured our family. Jeremy and I, we had dreams, and those dreams didn't align with what Matt wanted. And that became clear. It became impossible to ignore. The strain on the Roloff family dynamics. While the deal itself was bad enough, it was the fallout from the negotiations that left the most lasting scars. Audrey described how the process of negotiating the sale of the farm and the surrounding family drama put significant strain on their relationships, particularly with Matt and Amy, Jeremy's mother. The once close relationship between Audrey and her father-in-law became strained, and the tensions were palpable. Audrey and Jeremy, who had previously envisioned raising their children on the Roloff farm, found themselves caught in the middle of what they considered an unfair situation. There were so many broken promises, Audrey explained. We wanted to build a life there. We had ideas. We had dreams. And to have those crushed in such a public way was devastating. Audrey also shared that she and Jeremy had to come to terms with the fact that their life on the farm was no longer a reality, and it was a major shift in their family's story. The impact on Audrey and Jeremy's marriage, while the external family drama was difficult enough, Audrey confessed that the impact on her marriage with Jeremy was just as intense. The stress of the land deal, the public nature of the disputes, and the deep-rooted family tensions created a rift that took time to heal. Audrey admitted that the challenges of dealing with the Roloff family's expectations and financial pressures tested their relationship. There were times when Jeremy and I didn't see eye to eye, Audrey shared. We were on different sides of a very complicated situation. But ultimately, we had to come together as a team. The land wasn't going to define our family. We had to find our own path, separate from the farm, even if it meant letting go of the dream we had of building something there. The decision to walk away, as the negotiations and tensions reached a breaking point, Jeremy and Audrey made the difficult decision to walk away from the farm. The couple had tried to reach an agreement with Matt, but they felt that the deal was fundamentally unfair. The final straw came when Matt refused to accept their offer to buy a portion of the farm, citing reasons that seemed more personal than business. This led to the public fallout that was aired on Little People, Big World, and ultimately drove Jeremy and Audrey to sever their ties with the farm entirely. In the months that followed, Audrey and Jeremy made the decision to move on with their lives, leaving behind the farm and the family drama. It wasn't easy, Audrey said, but it was necessary. We couldn't live in a situation where the farm was the only thing holding us together. Our family needed healing, and we couldn't heal as long as the farm was in the middle of everything. The aftermath and reflections. Looking back on the experience, Audrey admitted that while it was painful, it was also a turning point in their lives. She explained that the process of walking away from the farm forced her and Jeremy to reevaluate what was truly important to them, both as a couple and as a family. We had to redefine what success looked like for us, Audrey said. It wasn't about the farm. It was about our marriage, our children, and the life we wanted to build. We didn't need the farm to feel like we were part of the Roloff legacy. We knew we had the strength to create our own path. Audrey's message to fans and the public. Despite the bitterness that surrounded the Roloff family's public disputes, Audrey has remained gracious and reflective in her messages to the public. In her interview, she emphasized that she didn't want people to take sides or see her as simply bashing her in-laws. Instead, she wanted to provide insight into the difficult decisions that were made behind the scenes. I know a lot of people have their opinions about our family, Audrey said. But I hope people can understand that sometimes things aren't as simple as they look on TV. There's a lot of hurt, a lot of conversations that are never shown. I want to be honest about the reality of what happened and how it affected us. She also expressed gratitude for the lessons learned during the difficult time. I don't regret walking away from the farm, even though it was one of the hardest decisions we've ever made, she said. It taught us so much about what matters, what we're willing to fight for, and what we need to let go of. Conclusion, moving forward. Audrey's candid remarks about the farm deal and its lasting impact on her family have opened up a wider conversation about the pressures of living in the spotlight and managing family legacies. The Roloff family's dynamic is complex, with love, loyalty, and business intersecting in ways that have created deep rifts. For Audrey and Jeremy, however, the future is looking brighter as they move away from the farm and focus on building a life that reflects their own values and vision. As for the Roloff farm, the future remains uncertain, but Audrey's honesty serves as a reminder that sometimes the most difficult decisions are the ones that lead to healing and growth. While the Roloff family may have been fractured by the land deal, there is still hope that with time, understanding, and open communication, they can rebuild their relationships and find peace in their individual journeys.